Misano is an interesting track. It looks a lot bigger on TV than it is, but it's actually very tight. There are 5 hairpins and many corners that, despite having traction control, you literally have to just hold the throttle. You can't get on the gas, because if you do, you'll just run off the track. There is a series of corners after the back straight, first of which is 140, 150 mile an hour knee down corner. You just tap off the throttle a bit, sling it in, knee down, and then you just hold the throttle steady, straight towards the next one, bang down 3 gears. It's just fantastic, but it's massively opposed to the rest of the track though, which is actually quite tight. The RSV4RF is actually fantastic around all the track though. The only weak point I found was on my first session while I was learning the track. Under heavy braking, the rear would move around just a little bit. However, just a couple of clicks of preload at the front and it became that perfect chassis. So not a huge change. And it's quite possible that at another circuit the weaving wouldn't have happened at all. It's just there's so many heavy braking areas at Misano. I don't think I've ridden another bike that gets out of a corner as well as the RSV4, and that's a combination of the V4 architecture, which allows the tyre more time to recover from a slide, and also the traction control, which has been class leading since its introduction and still is. There is the new V4 MP app, which allows you to control the traction control and anti-wheelie systems and a couple of other bits and bobs from your mobile phone using GPS. It's extremely cool. So for example, you could have more traction control and more anti-wheelie coming out of the slower turns, less out of the faster turns, and it adjusts as you go around. Not only that, it's also a telemetry system. This telemetry system allows you to then analyse absolutely everything, which is wonderful. I mean, the Aprilia technician was telling me that I was regularly braking all the way up to the apex of a couple of the hairpins, up to 58 degrees of lean, which is crazy, and I had to ask him to double check it, but he says that's it, although the pegs were dug into the tarmac. And he was then also able to show how even from those levels of lean I was getting back on the throttle up to 80% at some point, and that's instantly, and the traction control would sort the bike out and just sling it out of the turn. You could see the difference of how when you turn the traction control down, how the traction control's intervention decreased but the wheel spin increased, and you get that with the RSV4. You go into a turn, you hammer the throttle and it goes rup, 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 and so it'll slide grip, slide grip, slide grip, and makes you feel like a hero even though you're not really doing anything yourself. But it feels so natural, and that kind of feeling is priceless. That's more than worth the asking price alone.